What's up guys, my name's Evan. This is my first YouTube video, and in this video I'm going to be attempting the 30 country streak challenge. The rules of this challenge are just guess 30 countries correctly in a row without moving, with a round timer of 1 minute per round. Now as I play through each round, I'm going to be explaining everything that I see in my entire thought process in detail, and I will also include some maps and infographics on screen to hopefully help you guys understand what I'm talking about. Please be sure to comment down below any questions you may have about any of the guesses or things that I say throughout the video, and also if you have any suggestions or tips for me so that I can improve. Alright, so I'm going to go in here on no move with my country streak script activated so we can see how many in a row we can get. My goal is 30. I've gotten 30 before, but only a while ago. First off, here we are in what looks to be Canada. You can tell because it's very north with these trees. Also, you got the Canadian post box. They like to do that here. We don't have an area code here, so I can't use that to narrow down my guess, but we do have no front license plates. When you're in Canada with no front license plates, then that means you're not in Ontario, you're not in Manitoba, and you're not in British Columbia. This seems more eastern. With these double-ish yellow lines, I'm leaning towards Nova Scotia. It's very dense foliage. I could also see it being up here, but I'm just gonna guess. Alright, it was New Brunswick. That makes sense with the transformers on the poles. Alright, next round. Alright, cool location here by this water. What does this say? Community Fish Landing Center. I think that says Surigao del Norte, which is this part of the Philippines. Let's see if we can try and find in the 5K here. There's a lot of islands, so we're probably maybe here. East. There's some islands east. Northeast is there's stuff farther away northeast, so that does fit here. Yeah, straight north, we're looking closer towards other stuff. This does fit a lot, pretty well. Yeah, I think it's this. There we go, there's the 5K. Next round, we got this white part of the Google car. And in Europe, which this is going to be Europe because of the narrow road, the white lines, it's only usually found in like Sweden, I think Slovakia, and mostly Turkey. Turkey is where I know it's found. Also, we got Turkish language on this sign. Landscape looks Turkish. The road is speckly, which is really common in Turkey. Now, where in Turkey? I'm not that good at region guessing Turkey, but it looks to be like we do not have. It looks like we have a lot of tin roofs over there, which lead you more east. It's pretty rural too. Yeah. You know, I'll probably go around Axar. No, I'll go more east, but I think it could be like more west. Oh wow, okay. It was way up here. Cool. District 3. Alright. Big mountains. Really cool. Gen 2 coverage. Gen 2 is when you have this double halo effect, like one around the bottom and one around the top. You can kind of see right there where my mouse is. You can see the halo you get on the Gen 2 camera. Gen 2 you can kind of think of as being mostly common in really, I guess, modernish countries like UK, France, where else do they have it? South Africa, I guess, has it a lot. Australia, like all the countries that Google sent their Street View car first has Gen 2 coverage. This is probably going to be the UK or Ireland. Now, I think these mountains make it too big to be Ireland, but I would be a little bit upset if it was. I'm gonna go in Scotland and hope it's not. It is Ireland. Damn it. All right. Already ended after 3. I'm gonna speed it up here. This is Russia. Vast open landscape with these square poles. Yeah, I can't really say much else. What kind of antenna do we have? B-type. I think that's found more like maybe like here. Nice. All right.
on a country streak of 1. Got some, looks to be like Malay Indonesian language with this type of striped sign right here and over there. I would think that's more Malay. Nice. This is going to be Japan. We got these pull plates here, which will lead us towards this area. This is going to be South Africa. We got the blue Google car, Gen 4, and the yellow outer lines. It looks a lot like Botswana, so I'm going to go on the border. Nice. Awesome guess right there. All right, what do we got here? Tunisia. This is the Tunisian follow car. Also, we have Arabic and Latin text. Usually it'll be in French, but you can't really tell that one's French. I think that's a Mazda, so then probably I'll be on this main road here. Same angle up here though. Probably went way too far south there. It's fine. This is an Indonesian license plate. You can tell because it has 3 sections of white. The Malaysian ones, you can see the unblurred one back there, how it has 1, 2, 3 squares of white. The Malaysian one will only have 2. So that's a way you can distinguish them. This is looking like Java. Yeah, with those roofs. These really cool volcanoes over here. Actually, now I'm confused. Those roofs look more like, maybe we're looking southeast at some big thing like that, and also southwest. What do we got going on here? Maybe it's more like Sulawesi. I don't really know. I'm kind of interested to see where this is. What's Java? Okay, we were on the edge of Lampung. We were looking at Banten. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Carrying the country streak though, we got 6. So here we go. We got these concrete blocks at the bottom of the signs, and we also have these stripes right here on the guardrail, and also the black and white striped signposts that you kind of see in Malaysia as well and other countries. And those are all Peruvian things. I don't know if I can find Sayan and what was that? Churin, Sayan. Pretty huge mountains here. Churin, Sayan. Is that? Homeboy Paran. West towards Sayan. I think I got it. Awesome. 5K. Really cool there. All right, what do we have? So we have the square bollard. Let's see if we can see the other side of one. Looks to be the Czechia-Slovakia bollard, which is 2 orange squares split in 2. I like to remember it because Czechia and Slovakia were once together and then they split in 2. Just like the bollard has a yellow square that was split in 2. It's a pretty easy way of remembering it. Now, actually, I gotta lock in here because which one is it? Is it Czechia or is it Slovakia? This snow coverage in the Gen 3 with this weird antenna with the flag on it, I feel like is more common in Czechia. Also, these buildings look a little bit more western than eastern, but I really am grasping at straws here, but I only have 13 seconds. I'm gonna go Czechia. Oh, okay, good. Let's go. Scary one there. Always get scared. So this is a hard one if you don't know car meta. But we also have these square poles, kind of like the ones you see in Russia. But there's dots that start at the top. Those, I would say, they also look like the Thai ones, but the Thai ones have dots going along the whole thing. And so the Sri Lankan ones, which is this, does not have dots going along the whole thing. So you know it's Sri Lanka. You also know it because you have the French Google car because it has the red, white, and blue stripes, and that is like the French flag. So that's semi-exclusive to Sri Lanka. You also see it in Ghana, but everyone knows that you can see the Ghana black tape meta in Ghana. I don't know where this is. Watch me find a random railroad. Come on, give me a railroad. Guess they don't. Oh, here's one. Nope. That would have been funny. Alright, cool. Country streak of 9. We're about a third of the way there. This is the Nigerian police car. Follows you everywhere in Nigeria. Pretty simple here. We got some hills. Probably go in Abuja. Nope. Bad guess there. Alright, here we have these blue and white stripes on the chevrons, which is only in Spain and France. Now, is this Spain or is this France? That is a yellow reflector. It looks kind of orange. And also, this is a Spanish road marking. I would like to be able to see what road we're on, but we're not playing moving. We have huge mountains to the north, so I assume we're pretty close to the Pyrenees here. Yeah, just over there. Cool. Decent score. Alright, going next. Here we have this Google car with the mirrors. This is super 5K-able, this round is. This is going to be in Guatemala, because when you're in Latin America and you have these mirrors and the roof racks, you're going to always be in Guatemala. Let's see. Can I line this up? We have big volcano-looking things to the southwest. Going over this bridge. Ooh. Is it the lake that we're looking at? I think so. I think it is the lake. Is it this? It could be. Does look right. I'm gonna click. Let's go. Second 5K. Actually, third 5K of the video. Alright. Oh, we can see this license plate. F, France. Also, it's got the 2 blue strips that you can kind of see on this plate here. That's what they do in France. However, this is really interesting. This looks very, not French. This almost looks like Canadian, you know? So, could this be, I've actually never gotten this before. This would be crazy, but could this be, St. Pierre and Miquelon? That would be awesome if it was. Alright, we're looking southeast at some land over there, so guess that puts us on this road. Hotel Robert. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is awesome. Cool. 13 country streak. Let's go. Alright, so we're back in what looks to be, not back actually, we haven't gotten this. But here's what I was talking about the Thai poles. See how they have holes going along the entire pole? Unlike the Sri Lankan ones. That's found in Thailand. Another thing we have here are these snake, I think these are like snake guards, which is kind of scary. But yeah, so they put these here so the snakes don't climb up, I think. I don't know, that's kind of scary. I don't like snakes. With all these oil palms and the snake guards, leads me more south here, so I'm gonna go pretty far south. Oh wow. Not far south at all. Bad guess, but still country streak. Oh, would you look at that? Got the holes on the poles right there. We have the snake guards. Probably not. Oh, we do, I think. I think that one has one. I don't know. But yeah, back in Thailand. Random road that's angled like this. What does it look like? Very flat, very green. Not as many palms as the last one. That'll lead me more like this road. Yeah, come on. Alright. Finally out of Thailand. We got this blue Google car again. The blue back of the Google car. And this is the back because it's an antenna, which means we're kind of driving up more on the left side. You can't really tell, but I know we're driving the left side because I know which country we're in. You also can see that this yield sign is lined up on the left side, so it's set up for left-hand drive. Left-hand drive in Africa, and you can see it's Africa by looking at these black people over there. And just the general vibes. Left-hand drive is kind of all the east side of the country. These countries right here, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, will have big Google cars. So that leaves these countries. Namibia has a massive Google car, so it's not Namibia. Botswana doesn't have the blue car, and neither does Eswatini or Lesotho, so we're going to be in South Africa. South Africa is actually the only country in Africa that has the blue car, so that's really good to know. Where were we? Tiny village, Stella. All right, go next. 16, Peruvian flag. GG. Next. All right, we got some Thai language right here. Let's see if we can find those poles again. Just very useful. Kind of see it right there. You can't really see the holes, but I kind of want to find one. Yeah, there's the square pole. You can't really see the holes from here. We're also on a big road. Also got some really nice signs here. Ubon Ratchathani and Amnat Charoen are eastern provinces and cities, respectively. So western is there. Going west towards Ubon Ratchathani. And I'm assuming this sign is to get onto this road. On a big road here. I wonder what this could be. Is it over this? Looks kind of like it, actually. Yeah, on this road. Nice. Awesome. We're doing some nice 5Ks here. Okay, cool. Gaziantep. That's a city in Turkey. If you go back to in the video and look at the last Turkish round, the road looks really similar to that one. You can tell because it's like grainy texture. You look down, you see these like tiny specks of white in the black road. That's very Turkish. It's very, very, very common in Turkey. What else can we see? You got some metal poles. Metal poles are really, really common in Turkey, and honestly, other, I guess, north, like this area. I don't know what you call this, like the Middle East, but like northern. Yeah, we got some Turkish language. We're in Gaziantep province, just right there. Karabay is this way. Oh my gosh, I was trying to move west. I don't think I'm gonna get any good scores here. Guess I'll just go in Gaziantep because we got one of those bus stops there. Nice. Wow, this is a cool location. This is pretty hard to get. Let's see if we can see what this says. What does that say? Mon Knolls, Kinocops. Wow. That is really interesting. This is a hard one. Let's see. At first, I was gonna go like Scotland, right? Because there's no trees. It's really freezing cold. It's a tiny road, and the ground just looks like it. But now I'm worried that it's like Norway. It doesn't look like it. The dirt, this ground looks like Scotland. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna assume that's like some weird Scottish language. Oh my gosh. Wow, I was so close. I just clicked. I was right on that road. That's so funny. Awesome. Okay, next round. All right, these bollards right here, these are only found in a few countries, mainly Slovenia and Austria. It can be found in a few other of these countries, I think. I mean, I don't really know because I don't even use them to get anything. I don't use them except for Austria and Slovenia. Now, which one of the two are we in? Oof, that's scary. Okay, let's take a look at this thing right here. We got this sign with this orange square, which reminds me of the roads you get in Slovenia. But what about, do they have them in Austria? No, they don't. So I would assume that means we're in Slovenia. Awesome. All right, what streak are we on? 21. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, what is this? Oh no. Oh no, I might be cooked. Ugh. Lock in. Okay. Windmills. Blue Gogohar. Thinking potentially Germany, Czechia. Ooh, are those German bollards over there? Potentially. What's the copyright? 2023, so it can be Germany. Germany, if it's anything before 2023, it's not Germany. Oh, this is really, really, really scary. I don't know. Is it going to be Czechia? No. That looks like a German bollard. It has the white and the black. I'm just gonna have to do it. Yes. Awesome. Cool. All right. Here we go. We got the tie poles again. We've been there and we have done that. All right. This is going to be a Australia. These are the famous Australian bollards. These show up everywhere, so you gotta learn your Australian bollards. It has the red little tip at the top, and it's just kind of a white post. They actually have the same bollards in Turkey and sometimes rarely in Romania and Belgium. I don't know. Check me on the Belgium, maybe Netherlands, one of those countries. But yeah, mainly in Turkey and Australia, you'll see those bollards. I don't know why they're in Turkey. They just are. Another way you can get this is Australia is that it's in English. We're in the southern hemisphere because the sun is in the north. And you got these double white lines in the southern hemisphere. Let me think. Sometimes you'll see them in South Africa, but they'll look different, but mainly in Australia. I haven't really been paying attention to where this is. I think it might be Queensland. You know, I'm terrible at Australia, but yeah, okay. New South Wales. Makes sense, those poles. Yeah. Okay. Next. What is this? This is a silver Google car? What the heck? Okay. This is a very built road right here. And these mountains, the exact style of them, these mountains. Ooh, and that palm tree. And these wooden poles, and these, especially these mountains with the road just kind of cutting through it. A really nice road, by the way. Look at this nice built up road, all this brick they had to use. That reminds me of these mountains in the UAE and Oman. And if that's the case, then we are going to be in the UAE because Oman has a big pickup truck. And the UAE can have a bunch of different cars. One of them is also a pickup truck. I think this is going to be the UAE. Let's see, if we have a Northwest Highway, then maybe we're in like this town. Close by. Cool. We're really close to 30. I really want to get to 30. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, this one should be gettable. The first thing you'll notice is that the camera here has these rifts in it with this medium-sized antenna. And when you see rifts like that, and the combination with this medium-sized antenna, you're gonna be in one of two countries. You're either gonna be in Albania or you're gonna be in Montenegro. Now, there's a few ways I can get that this is Albania here. The first one, this is kind of funny, and I've actually never really thought about this, but I know that Albania has a ton of bunkers because I don't remember why, but I know they have the most bunkers out of any country in Europe, I think. And you can kind of see that there's these like fallout structure bunkers here. Another one is that there's 2 blue strips on the sides of the license plates, and that is not existing in Montenegro. Also, these mountains are huge, and you know, you see those in Albania. There's a few other tips, but yeah, big massive mountains like that are found in the south. Cool. 26. Oh my gosh, we're so close. All right, cool. Another freebie here. This one is, so these are like the German bollards like I saw in the distance on that round a while ago, but these are a little different in that they're like fully rounded. There's no jagged edges at all. They're kind of just like a I don't know, like a cylinder, but like rounded top. And those are only found in Switzerland and Liechtenstein. Another way to get that this is Switzerland or Liechtenstein is this really famous low cam. It's what it's called. It's when the camera is set really low, but that's not usually how I can tell. I can tell it's low cam. People don't say this as much as saying that it's just a low camera, but you can see this massive blur around the Google car. That's like, it's not terrible blur like some of the other camera generations, but it's very like, it's kind of a clean blur, but it's just really big. I'm just gonna assume this is Switzerland. Liechtenstein's really rare, and they also have different mountain looks of mountains. I'm just gonna go Switzerland. Cool. I was kind of close to Liechtenstein, but it was still Switzerland. All right, I think we can still stay alive here unless it goes very wrong. But this looks like I gotta be careful here. I think it's Israel. I think this might be Israel and not Jordan, because Jordan would have different license plates, I think. And this Google car would be more of like it would just be black. It wouldn't have this gradient blur. It's super flat to the east. Does that mean like, or by this lake? I'm really nervous right now. We got hills to the west and super flat to the east. Yeah, I wouldn't think this is Jordan. I'm gonna click in Israel so the country street counts. Maybe we're by the Dead Sea here. That would make a lot more sense actually. Okay. Oh, I accidentally skipped it, but yeah, it was there. It was a little bit farther north. We're still alive. That one was a little scary. This one should be fine too. So we'll be able to try it for 30 country streak. We got these yellow license plates, which are famously found in Colombia. The short yellow license plates. Got Colombian kids going to school here. Don't really have much else info. Does it say anything on it? Oh, it's so hard to read. Whatever. Just going for it. Nice. Pretty close. Alright, here it is. 430. Can I get it? Oh, this is such a hard round. Alright, I'm in between two countries. I think this is either Bolivia, which I'm kind of nearing away from. That house looks kind of Bolivian. Or if it's not Bolivia, I think it's Lesotho. Oh no, this is gonna be embarrassing if I get this wrong. Wow, these are some interesting mountains. I think I'm gonna have to go with Lesotho here. Oh, but oh gosh, the road looks very African. Please. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be so embarrassing if I get it wrong. Oh no, it was Peru. No.